Hello friends and welcome back. My name is Michael Yates and this is the Ridgeview Pod, where we try to cover everything hope, healing, and recovery related. As always, we're glad you've chosen to spend some time with us. It's always a special treat when we can invite someone in who oversees one of Ridgeview's new programs. And today my guest is Abby Doran. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you.
It's good to be here.
So, a long time ago in a land far, far away, we wrote a grant for Tennessee Strong Families.
Yes.
And then we waited and we waited and we learned that we were awarded. And you are now overseeing that program.
Yes.
So, let's just start at the beginning. Who's the funding source for this program?
So the funding source is at TNF.
Yeah, Department of Finance and Administration, which is different for us.
It is.
I mean, usually we're getting grants from the Department of Mental Health.
Right, or substance use.
Yeah, or a federal grant. So this has been a neat new opportunity for us. We want to give a shout out to them. So what is this program? You were very involved in the NAS program in Scott County.
Yeah, so there are some similarities. This one is really focused on pregnancy and postpartum. Okay. So the enrollment is at pregnancy, and then we can keep each client for 2 years after they have their baby, and we're helping with anything family related. So if they need help with car seats, with cribs, with transportation to doctor's appointments, we're trying to help cover all the bases.
Wow, that's wonderful. One of the things that makes this different for us is that you do not have to have a substance use history, right?
Yeah, so we have had people come in who have a substance use history, but we're not substance use focused. We're much more focused on watching out for postpartum symptoms, building some mom support in our groups, and just kind of going over mindfulness and grounding or parenting skills.
Wonderful. And so the service area, who's eligible? Is it a geographic area?
Yeah, so right now we're just in Campbell County and Scott County.
Okay. And you started, a couple months ago?
Yeah, we started in May.
All right. So we're recording this beginning of October. So how's it going?
Yes. It's going good. We are slowly getting in more people as word gets out. It's kind of a hit or miss. Some people don't want the extra steps to take while they already have all the appointments while they're pregnant. Other people are just so grateful because we've been able to help with a lot of the pregnancy needs and baby needs.
Great. Well, I seem to recall when we wrote our proposal, we also wrote in an evidence-based curriculum.
Yes.
So
we've been doing, right now we're using Mothers and Babies for our group, and it's a really good curriculum. We go over, each lesson has something about a way to take care of yourself. So we've been doing pleasant activities, and then working on changing negative thoughts to helpful thoughts. And each activity each week that we do includes a mindfulness exercise. And so we did a walking meditation, or there's been a few other types of meditations that go with it. And so we go over it as a group, and then if they want to take it home and do it on their own, do it with their kids, they're welcome to.
Okay, wonderful. Now you use the pronoun we.
Yes.
So this Ridgeview Strong Families is a team of,
yes.
Tell me who else is on that team.
So we also have our care coordinator, Haley Morgan, and we have our pregnancy coach, Megan Goins.
Fantastic. Now let's say I'm watching this.
Right.
And I know someone who might be a candidate for this. How do I go about making a referral, or where do they come from?
Referrals can be as simple as calling me or Melody. We made sure to include our numbers on the flyers that we've given out, but we have had some people come in because, so-and-so told me that Ridgeview offered this program and I went in. Or we did a community diaper drive event with McNabb, and we had several people, if they were interested, they gave us their name and number, and then we reached out to get them enrolled.
What a great program. It would seem like certainly the the experience of postpartum depression, the stressors in today's
Right.
world, the anxieties that folks may have, this could be a real beneficial support for people, especially beginning that wonderful experience of parenting.
And we do try to cover all the bases. We're offering the individual therapy, the group sessions, case management with our care coordinator, and the pregnancy coaching.
Do you foresee, is there a cap or the number of people when you're at capacity? Is there a number?
We don't have a current cap. We're kind of just seeing how things go. Obviously, if it becomes so big that it's overwhelming, we would have to look at a cap on it. But right now, we're just taking everyone who's interested.
Great, wonderful. Now, do people participate both in person and by way of televideo?
Yes, so we have the option pretty much for anything. You can do Zoom or you can come in person. We try to encourage in person for groups just because it helps build that support with your peers a little bit better. But we do have some people with extra transportation issues, or we've had clients who have maybe gotten sick and we don't want to expose any of the pregnant moms. And so we keep it hybrid. We've always got a Zoom available.
Okay, great, great. Well, I'm always curious, especially for new guests, to ask that age-old question, especially in our field. How do you take care of yourself?
I do a lot of random things to take care of myself. I like to read and crochet, spend time with my family. My sister always makes fun of me whenever I say crochet because I sound like a grandma.
Well, I don't know anything about crocheting, but reading, I am curious. What are you currently reading?
So right now I'm reading some of the books by Sarah J. Maas. It's a little bit fantasy.
Okay, all right. I just finished kind of a scary book.
Yeah.
A Cabin at the End of the World
Okay.
by Paul Tremblay. And I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
And I believe they've since made a movie
Oh, that's cool.
about it on Netflix. So now I need to watch the movie.
If that's The Cabin, I've seen it and it's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was a page turner for sure. Okay, so will you humor me with is there anything else we need to get out about Ridgeview Strong Families?
I think that pretty much covers it. It's just
Okay.
everything pregnancy and baby related.
All right. Well, come back and tell us some success stories after you guys have a good year of experience
Yes.
under your belt. We also like to just ask a couple of random,
Yeah.
rapid fire questions that helps
hear it.
our viewers kind of know the more human side of our guests. So if you'll allow me.
Yeah.
What's your favorite family vacation?
The beach. Anything near the water.
Do you have a favorite?
We go every year to Myrtle Beach.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so they're all up there.
Oh, goodness. You're going to have a next summer, now that I-40 has been washed out,
Yeah.
you're going to have to find an alternate route, aren't you?
The alternate route, we've actually already found it because one of my coworkers is going there
All right.
soon.
All right.
And so
very
the
good.
alternate route is to go through Atlanta. It adds like maybe an hour or two.
Okay. Do you like to cook?
Yeah, I do like to cook.
And what's a meal a favorite meal you like to prepare?
My favorite meal is probably tortellini Alfredo. My dad's Italian. I grew up on all the Italian food. Any kind of pasta is where to go.
Sounds good, Abby. Now let's pretend you are preparing that dish and you could invite 3 guests, non-family, to that dinner. Who would you invite?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Anybody.
Who would you invite?
Well, only because a recent guest also said this, and it's my daughter is a big fan of hers.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to have Taylor Swift at the table.
Oh gosh.
Huh? I mean, yeah, you got to have Taylor Swift. Let me see, who else would be a good one? How about Jim Harbaugh? Because he's the coach of the defending national champions, Michigan Wolverines.
No.
That's two. A third. How about Harrison Ford?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I love Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There you
Be a
go.
fun conversation. All right. What decade of music do you think is the best?
Early 2000s, hip hop is my go-to still.
Really?
My sister was in high school around that time,
Okay.
and so it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Which now that might be shifting.
So, like, I'm, of course, dating myself. Give me an example of a musician that would fall in that genre.
So like Ludacris, Akon.
I've heard of the first one, not the second one. All right, very good. If a movie were made of your life, what genre would that movie be?
Is chaos a genre?
Hey, oh yeah, I mean, kind of a thriller with a happy ending.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, and let me see, one more here. What's the one thing you think you're most afraid of?
The one thing I'm most afraid of? Probably anything happening to my kid. We just got to adopt her a week and a half ago.
Yes.
And so now I've got that mom brain with all the
Yes.
fears.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yes, that is a very appropriate parental fear.
Yeah.
I totally
And
get
it's
it.
been there since she came to our house
Yeah,
a year and a half ago.
wonderful. Well, I see one more that I have to ask. Now, this won't go that far back in time for
Okay.
you, but if you could travel back in time to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
Probably to chill out.
Well, like relax?
Yeah, I was real anxious, worried about my future. And so maybe just some reassurance that it's going to work out.
Everything's gonna be fine, yeah.
You know, that was 8 years ago.
I figured you wouldn't have to think that far back. Yeah. I don't even remember 18. That's how long
That's
ago
crazy.
it was, yes. Well, Abby Doran, thank you very much for coming on the Ridgeview
Yes,
Pod.
thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you. I hope you'll come back.
Of course.
And thank you, folks, for tuning in. Again, it's always a pleasure that you've chosen to spend some of your time with us. Don't forget to ring the bell. Let other folks know who may be interested in what the Ridgeview Strong Families is all about. And again, our thanks to the Department of Finance and Administration for this funding opportunity. Thanks so much and take good care.